Hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. Tesla's been on fire lately because of the market, because it's got Bitcoin, because of blah. It's got a bunch of. It's just even. I hate to say it, even if you don't like the company, um, for me, I hate to say it, I just sure trade what opportunities I could find. And Tesla's got a big event next month where it's going to be testing out the full self-driving robotaxi thingamabob. And so that's supposed to happen this next month. Um, so sometime between now and the end of June. And so I wanted to just take a risk based on the previous video that I uploaded. I traded Zim and Celsius and I made a small profit. I mean, like I said, I don't trade big because I don't want to blow up my account. I'm more focused on dividend income. But I decided to take a little bit of that to try to play Tesla. However, Tesla premiums are just effing expensive. All right, let's take this. All right, so the peak it's ever bid was 488, about 490. Let's call $490 right after Trump got elected. And right now, you can't even buy June 20 calls that go that high. The highest is 465. So that's a $300 bet, right? And the thing is, though, it's way out there. It doesn't mean it can't hit it, but that's still 100 plus points away, right? And I don't need it to hit 465. I just need a big move early, get out, take a profit, right? Um, but ideally, you want to be closer to the current price. So these things are $2,200, $2,300 for a contract. Okay, there's no way I'm going to risk that kind of money because this stuff can move fast and you can just get torched fast. So let's take a look. So this is a 350 call, expired June 20th. Yesterday, the close was $2,600, 2638, $2,600. And then today when it dropped down, it got down to about 1960. So, you lost 700 bucks. You lost about 20%, no, 25% of your money. My math's so bad. In a few hours when the market opened, right? If you bought the low, obviously, but look, if you bought the low, at the end of the day, you made, 25% on your money if you close. And this stuff just moves, right? But this is hundreds of dollars. Now, of course, you're a big baller. You can afford to blow hundreds, even thousands of dollars. It's fine. For me, I look at that money and going, well, that could be earning me, some passive income, and I could be, at least paying for something, a meal or something, with that passive income. So anyway, so this was just too rich for my blood to play like this. And going way out to 465. Oh, there are higher ones. Why didn't I show it there? But look, even there, 500. I don't want to blow $200 for 500, not knowing what's going to happen. And look how it dropped today. So I looked for an alternative option, and what I found, well, I've always known about these bull and bear ETFs, right? These are like leveraged and they try to give you 2 to 3 times the return of the underlying. So this is for Tesla. So this is supposed to be 2 times. So Tesla goes up 5%. This is supposed to go up 10%. Okay, but if we look though, what Tesla was hovering around 292 for these few days, cut it in that range, right? TSLL was hovering around, 11 bucks. Okay, I'm just using that for point of reference. So it's gained about 4 bucks, call it like 33%, whatever, in these last few days. So from, you know, last Friday to yet today, it's gone up about 4 bucks in a week. So at the same time, Tesla's gone up from about 50 bucks. Okay. So if Tesla were to get to like $400, which is like another 50 bucks from here or something like that, or 60 from here, that means that TSLL would probably go up about about 5 bucks. It's pretty embarrassing when you forget which time period you chose. I chose to buy. Um, So going off the 5 point move on TSSL, I decided I was going to buy the TSLL $20 calls for June 27th, not June 20th, and I sold the 23s. And so this first one cost me $40 to fill. The other one cost me 35. And so in a perfect world, this would be worth about $300. I'd get like a 7 or 8 to 1 payoff, which is pretty good. Um, but I did this because A, it's a smaller investment, right? Also, B, I could get a lot closer to the current strike, the current situation, because I wasn't going to spend anything close to what Tesla was asking, and at 500, the $500 strike was still like $220. I didn't want to invest that much. I plan to maybe pick up another one of these call debit spreads if it drops again, because I really believe there's just so much hype around Tesla. So knowing my luck, it's just going to totally just collapse because we're already overbought here. It's already kind of high on the daily. On the weekly, we're doing okay, not so overbought, and on the month, we're okay. But I'm just kind of taking a gamble. All right, I'm taking a gamble, but my plan is that if the debit spread gets to $80, I'm gonna sell one. All right, just so I can de-risk. But I really want to see because once the hype happens, once people start getting really excited about this, start talking about the robo taxi thing even more, then it should keep pushing it up. All right. And so hopefully there's not going to be any big setback between now and then. Um, Obviously the market could tank because of the monthly. We're approaching pretty overbought. You know, also getting closer on the daily. We're getting overbought. So it's totally feasible that the market's going to drop. So I have taken a risk. This is definitely one of my more aggressive kind of risks, even though it's only $75. It's still $75 that I could use for something else. But I'm kind of gonna go with the hype for Tesla, and hopefully it'll at least push up another 15%, and then that should get me at least profitable. You know. Anyway, it's a little bit late here for me. I need to go to sleep so I can wake up early and watch the market do nothing. Anyway, not financial advice, just for entertainment purposes only. Obviously, for Tesla, it's very risky. Please be careful. I'm prepared to lose my $75, but you know, you gotta bet sometimes, right? Anyway, thanks so much. Trade smart.